Okay, hey there, Selective Collective. This is Kim. This is a message for you all for the 8/8 Lionsgate portal. We're going to see what the energy is going to bring and the energies around this time. An auspicious time. So, usually an abundant portal. So, powerful. So the energy here, the main energy, we're going to see what can keep us grounded at this time. Maybe what it's pulling from the past or something that we need to be aware of from the past. The crowning energy and the energy moving forward from this portal. Okay, that's Kim Krans Wild Unknown archetype deck. This one is her alchemy deck. So same thing, and then we're going to use the sci-fi tarot to clarify what the messages are. Okay, Spirit, we are ready. Angels, we're ready. We have the heart. And that's so appropriate because the heart space, or the heart, and it is Leo season, and the Lionsgate. The heart is the ruler, what they rule over. And so for that to come out for the Lionsgate portal is beautiful and appropriate, and power too. So yes, power, surge of power, a surge of acting from the heart space, or making decisions from the heart. Yeah, let's go ahead and look at the past that's coming through to affect this present energy here. These are also the energies around the portal. So you could imagine that these are the days around the portal also. So I have the Gold card and Judge. Okay, this one we're really thinking about. Maybe we're thinking about that wealth, the abundance that we have found within ourselves, and little decisions, you know, that we're going to lead to us manifesting that, finding gold and wealth in all areas. But this is, I feel like, being very sure about finding it in yourself first. So, bleeding into this current energy, making decisions from the heart. What is keeping you grounded? Your purpose, spiritual, divine warrior. I kind of am reading that vinegar as being in the reverse, but I'm going to put it upright for the sake of how we're looking at it. All right, so you have to push past any kind of feeling that would bring you back into the past, any kind of feeling that puts yourself down, or that feels like there's something that you lack, or, you know, anything that the vinegar can do, because it stops. What it does as a metaphor is it stops things from growing. If you pour it into a jar with fruit or vegetables or something like that, it's going to stop anything from being able to grow. And so too does any kind of maybe negativity or pessimism or holding on to memories as being the bad experience to relay. This is, I feel like this is saying it's actually being able to positively move past those things, maybe even seeing them in a different light here. But you are the divine warrior. That positivity and that knowing that you have a divine plan, a purpose, is part of what's keeping you grounded during this time. So you're given this power, though, too, as a divine warrior here. So the warrior has cause. So your cause is also what you fight for in life, what is meaningful to you. That is also what's keeping us grounded at this time. Anima Mundi is the crowning energy. Talk about abundance. That is all that is. It is the soul of all that is. And it represents everything. So with this, again, with this finding abundance within yourself, you've managed to find the all that is, that's located like here in the heart space, actually. I don't want to, I got a little tripped up there, like stutter or something, because it's kind of overwhelming, this energy. It's big. It's like, yeah, it's really big. It's overwhelming. It's overwhelming in a really good way, because I feel like I'm feeling almost overwhelmed because of the access to all of this that you're going to be very aware of and in alignment with in this portal. Also in alignment with something that literally just runs through your blood. This card can represent romance coming into your life. It can represent anything that really makes you feel like alive again. And I think they're really tying it into the all that is already running throughout your body. You are the universe. You are it all. You are all that. You are. It's a new saying. Yeah, and so this is going to be a promising, beautiful experience. Nice. The gem. Moving forward, you find a gem. You find the gem that was hidden in this like underworld energy. There's worms here. There's darkness. You didn't think that weren't looking for a gem. You weren't necessarily thinking you were going to find one. But moving into the future of what this energy holds for you, there is a gem here. There is a gem. And oh my goodness, also, oh, what a beautiful message. I just love the messages tonight. Okay. So this gem that you find, yeah, I think it encompasses a lot of things. But the main thing they're saying with Neptune is there's seriously a prayer being answered in a pretty miraculous way. It's like a miracle is going to occur. It will be a prayer answered here. It's mysterious, as is God's ways. It is mysterious, and but it's coming, and it is going to be that surprise in that area too. Like, wow. And you think about it, if you're the one that is living life as the divine warrior, knowing that these things can trip us up, the negativity or pessimism, when we dwell on not feeling good about things too much, then we're just like, then we're really not seeing the gem within ourselves. But this is not letting that affect you, and in that sense, you are this gem. So to others, during a time where it would be easy to say, I don't like it this way, I don't like what's happening here, it would be easy, right? Because there's so many things that we could pick on to choose to dwell on. And I'm not talking about toxic positivity either. I'm talking about the rewiring of trying to stay present and feeling okay, like good with yourself the way that you are. So in a time where you could pull on all of these other negative things and say, this is happening, that's happening, I don't like this or that, you're actually the shining one in a rather, I don't want to say it, difficult period of intense shifts in the world, where there is more light, but also because of that, the darkness got dislodged. It's coming to the surface. We're seeing it. So it'd be easy, but you are like that gem. You're the gem that everyone's going to look to too, to be like, how are you even doing that? How are you even trying to, being able to stay positive and see the opportunities in what most people could only see through the lens of vinegar. Okay. So maybe that's also part of what keeps us grounded, is that that's part of the purpose. So you're meant to be abundant. You're meant to have this wealth of all kinds. No matter what's going on, no matter what, especially no matter when the conventional roads to get this stuff, it doesn't seem like it's there anymore, or other things aren't working. Like that's actually the precise time that things like divine intervention and miracles come about. Like this is why you're going to be an example of what the Creator can give to a person who has this faith and this belief and purpose. And so you're going to be that example, is what I feel like. Some of you all are going to be an example of how to move forward with love, how to open your heart again, and maybe even be open to receive love or romance in your life again, after maybe there was a period of time where you just really didn't want to let that in. Yeah. You could focus on your Four of Cups, or you could focus on your Nine of Cups. Right? Things are changing. So things are changing. It says, have you checked your blind spot? Okay. So this card, concentration will help keep it. Okay. So it says, have you checked your blind spot? And the Nine of Cups. All right. So I'm thinking here that the reason this is coming out is because there's something coming in. It is like a Neptune energy. It is that, I feel like this is representing some type of gem or something that, you know, the angels are trying to send you. And so they want you to always remember to keep looking up for the opportunity. And because there's something here, like I said, that's going to happen, that's going to be like, you have to notice it. But it will lead to your happiness, your satisfaction, your Nine of Cups. It will lead to your wishes being granted. Normally there's a cup, an Ace of Cups, like coming out of the sky with a person in the Four of Cups. And in the Four of Cups, we can feel like, oh, well, I don't like this, or I don't like that. Or we can strive for, you know, it could be like striving for perfection and being so focused on just being to yourself, that maybe you're not noticing this Ace of Cups coming in, which is new loving beginnings. So I think it's saying that because notice, there will be something that comes in for your answered prayer. I think this is the message with that card, actually. And with this Judge card, truly it can be you being the judge of what does it mean to have wealth and prosperity in your life. What does it look like for you? You be the judge. It's your experience to have. So Four of Wands and the High Priestess is you are that judge. You are ultimately very smart, especially with like intuition and just knowing things. The High Priestess, they just know. It's like she knows what's meant for her or him. We're going to just talk about the collective, you know. No matter what gender you are, you just know that something's meant for you, that something is coming. You can actually feel like a finish line coming up closer and closer. The Four of Wands on this card says a joyous celebration of homecoming. It has little eyeball aliens going back up into the ship where they came from. Like, so there's this knowing that you're about to cross a finish line and that you're going to be celebrating. There's also this knowing that your angels 4/4 are definitely guiding you, and they're guiding you for one thing. Whatever desire it is that you have in your heart was placed there because it is a possibility. It's something that's already happened here in the future. So it's placed there because it's real, and that it can be real. It can manifest for you. So hold that vibration too, knowing that. Three of Cups coming together with the right people. It says masters of revels. Okay. So it's coming together with the right team or the right soul group or soul tribe too. So the High Priestess just knows. She keeps things to herself more than likely, but she knows a celebration is coming. Yeah, she does. The sun. The sun. Here comes the sun. Yeah, here comes the sun. What can we say about the sun? Everything. It is everything. Our light, our energy. It helps things grow. It can represent abundance. And this has abundance kind of written all over it. So the sun is really a good card to get. It's a new happy experience, and there is something else about this I want to get. I want to get a different deck. Hang on. I want to find out more. They're wanting me to clarify the sun more. Clarify the sun more, please. Please, Spirit, clarify the sun more. Well, you don't see this, do you? When this card comes out like that, that's what I think. What you don't see? Curtain call. Acclaim, fame, recognition, parade, celebrity, admiration, applause, show, appreciation, spotlight, focused attention, theater, act. You're watching a movie and performance. So you're going to be main stage, main character, but not in a negative way. I've seen it before in a negative way. No, you're going to know that this next scene was set for you. And everybody else is going to see you. Again, that message, the same thing's coming out here where they're saying there's something that you're going to receive. It's going to look miraculous. It's going to be abundant in like every single way, and it's going to be observed by others. Major spotlight on you. But we don't forget that it came from this heart, though, right? It came from the heart. It came from the power from your heart space. So, whew, to remind myself to breathe. It's exciting energy. It makes me it's not nervous. It's like when you're anticipating something really exciting, that's what I feel like this energy feels like. And it's powerful with the Mars. It's really powerful. It must be, because it's like, it is 8:08 right now, but it's like 1:30 in the morning. I don't usually have this kind of energy at this time of night. Tell me more about the heart and Mars. Wow. The Ace of Swords and the world. And that's the world at your fingertips. And the Ace of Swords is truth, is clarity, coming in like a lightning bolt. Something's coming in fast. This is your new chapter. Collective. So happy to tell you this like news. I really am. I'm so happy because there's nothing bad on this table. There's nothing bad. It's all positive. Any way you look at it, it's all positive. The Chariot on the bottom, the unstoppable vessel. You want me to get more on the world? Give me more on the world, the new chapter. Another thing you don't see coming, that's exactly how I'm reading these here today that are coming out in the reverse in this deck in particular. Okay, so the one thing that you are sure of, right, that you know, it's in the upright, you know this already, that you are mastery level here. It's also, we have Capricorn, so listen, you have the skills and the mastery to bring about all it is that you want, all you could ever wish for. You have all of these skills. You've mastered a lot of lessons, a lot of spiritual things. You're not perfect, because none of us are, but that makes you so wise to even admit to something like that, and to even say that there's always more to learn is the marker of a wise person. And so you're the master. This means you're the teacher, and you're the one being taught something. So you're the student and the teacher at all times. That's honestly another thing that makes you a master. The card says discipline, working smart, focus, structure, teaching, training, conquer, overcome, control, learning a skill, and in the flow. And then I have flamingos. Soulmates, lovers, union, courtship, dating, attraction, seduce, long-term potential, display of affection, charm, the it factor, two of a kind, alluring, and a je ne sais quoi. So we have The flamingo represents in transition also, the in-between or in transition. So that's that. That's the world. That's what it's about. Major completion. Major energy of like you should be so proud of yourself. Lots of growth. Tell me about the warrior. Tell me about the warrior. 8 of Wands. The Empress. Wow. 8 of Wands says changes in the air, an exciting adventure into the unknown. This is good communication. It's fast. It's for a cause here because it's clarifying the wands. So this is such positive news, and it's going to allow you to go forward fast. Maybe even travel might be involved. It might be because of that world anyway too. But this is, sometimes that's Cupid's arrow for some, like that sun and the blood card also can represent a new relationship here. This could be communication that's coming in. Tell me more about the news coming in with the warrior in relationship to the warrior. Figuring it out, right? So there's going to be a way out of what has been delayed or complex. But what's interesting about the labyrinth is like a lot of maybe confusion that you've had in the past about knowing that you're a divine warrior, and knowing, like this card says, that this has been a spiritual quest and it has been like a maze to figure out at times. And so I think we're coming out of that. Yeah, I think no matter if you're a fire sign or not, that this is probably describing you as the trend-setting leader, the person who is here to be a visionary or a catalyst for change. Well, better we get to light and intention candle for this 8/8 portal. So it says entrepreneur, sexy, ruthless, courageous, and outgoing. Person of fire, the trend-setting leader. So what about anima, mundi, and blood? The 7 of cups. Yeah, I'm really looking at that as this is your, and I have the 9 of Pentacle on the bottom. I think these two go together. Because this is like your abundance of choices here. It says 7 weird, wild, and wonderful illusions to dazzle and distract your mind. Yes, because it can be about escapism too. But I think they're talking about there's going to be lots of choices and options for you because of it, clarifying that card. And the 9 of Pentacles is for you. Luxury at the end of the world. An oasis of riches to sustain herself. So you can obviously sustain yourself. You do good on your own. But we have something that you may not see coming too. All right, let's get, so that's great. That's big financial gain and windfall. It goes perfect with Anima Mundi. And so does the actually abundance of choices. And all might not be clear, but that's life. So tell me about blood. You're the High Priestess, so you would be able to tell and choose wisely. Tell me about blood. Ace of Pentacles. Yay! To the Queen of Pentacles on the bottom. Oh my. So the Ace of Pentacles, it's beautiful. It says it came from nowhere and it changed everything. That's honestly what's probably going to happen. Is that this big opportunity that comes in, makes you feel alive, is also going to offer wealth, riches, protection, stability, and good future financial outcomes. This is something you didn't see coming too, just like the card says. Not a traditional tarot deck, but I love it. And the Queen of Pentacles says, Secrets of the Pharaohs, Ancient Aliens, ? So you may have something here, like a connection to Egypt. You may feel like you do. Or know you do. The Gem. The Tower. It's like that's the wish granted in a way. It's I think they're saying finding the gem after a tower moment, or after you've experienced a tower of sudden change. So because the tower comes down, when the tower comes down, you would be in this ground energy, or in an underworld feeling, like of having to deal with the tower, right? And its effects on yourself. But this is where you find the gem. This is where you found it. Could be that the tower's coming in because, you know, it's meant to. Let me see what the tower is. Like, it's meant to bring about something better for you. So you're going to be relieved. So I think anything that's coming down is meant to come down. It's just, if it was false or something like that, it wasn't made to stand the test of time. It's not supported in this new energy. And so for a lot of you all, I think the gem is what you find after you've been through a tower moment. And the towers may have already happened. Yeah, so everything's going to change. Everything. And the magician, the master of everything, the exciting adventures that go to the limits of human comprehension. Meaning you're going to look like magic, okay? The way that you're going to be able to work with energy. When I say work with energy, work with the elements. You are the fifth element. You are the element of spirit. It's needed to work this magic, but it's going to look like magic to others. I feel like it is. I feel like what is coming in is kind of like so big and so good, and it's going to grant you this like Ace of Swords power. So you're going to, I don't know, I even feel like you're getting a hold of some powerful information. Something's going to make it very apparent that you're the magician. And there's others that might be thinking that you're doing something, you know, strange, or that you just get lucky or something. But I don't think it's lucky. I think it's because you've ascended into this different level of knowing that you can be whatever archetype the whole tarot deck gives you. You can be whichever one you want to be in. And honestly, the magician's going to make that decision, right? In a fun way. Yeah, balloons. Fun, freedom, high vibe, ascension. Attaining goals and being stress-free. It also says independence here. So I have the person of water, whether you're a water sign or not. This is definitely like high priestess vibes I'm getting from it. The emotional idealist, emotionally connected, psychic, empathetic, intuitive. Feels things deeply and takes things personally. I think that's a great reading for your 8/8 portal. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, angels. We will take our wishes granted, our financial abundance. We will be open and lift our heads up in positivity for a new Ace of Pentacles to come into our life, or a new romance to come in. And we're open to this clarity of thought and the downloads that you want to give us during this time to help us. So our heart is open, and now the whole world is open to you. And know that you are so protected. Oh, 4 4s. I have 4 as a big number here with you. So 16, like the Tower card, but this is a little bit different. The message on the card is not like Tower energy. It says, you have an inquisitive mind that allows you to uncover important truths. You have a special ability to read into other people's feelings. A wisdom seeker, and your angels ask you share your knowledge for the benefit of others. I am perceptive. 444, trust your journey, trust the way your life unfolds, and trust that you are where you need to be at the present moment. I am protected. And 1111, the universe is arranging people and experiences on your path to help you succeed and helping you wake up to who you truly are. I am awakening. And I love it. I love it. I have private readings available. Thank you all for your support with those. If you would like one, the information is in the description box below. And I will see you next time, dear souls. Love and light. Bye.